Greetings, everybody. Mike from the Two Guys Talking Podcast Network here. We're just a couple of minutes from sitting down to record our Inception perspective review. We're going to sit down tonight and go over all of the details, the numbers, the hype, and the goofiness involved with the summer hit film Inception. That's just a few minutes away. Tonight, it's time to announce the winners of the Two Guys Talking I Hear Your Podcast contest for 2010. Of course, sponsored by Blogger's Bug, Acoustica's Mixcraft recording software, and Ability Interpreting. My thanks to all of those sponsors. And remember, you can access all of their websites via the front of Two Guys Talking. That's the number 2GuysTalking.com. I also wanted to thank all 5 participants of this year's contest. You guys provided one of the most diverse fields of podcasting ever to date. And I cannot thank you enough. Remember, the downloads for you mean downloads for us. And we always appreciate that. Coming in at number 3 this year is the Star Wars Mini Universe podcast. Guys up in Wisconsin, geeks without a doubt, but also hoping to make sure that something doesn't disappear. Star Wars miniature gaming is on its way out, and these guys are hopefully cutting a hole so that people can see more of what's going on with Star Wars miniatures. Guys, great showing in the number 3 slot. Coming in at number 2, we have Real Quick Reviews from our friends that make the Lost Chatter podcast, Eric. A wonderful showing, clearly showcasing that the power of the Lost Chatter podcast continues into the next realm inside of the Real Quick Reviews. That review is also of Inception, and I've got to admit to everybody, if you haven't thought about including quick reviews of movies or television shows inside of your podcast, they are an awesome way to make sure that people listen, they are topical, and people will come back when they either get the DVD or when the sequel to the next film comes out. Again, Eric, great showing in number 2 for the Real Quick Reviews. Coming in at number 1 for the 2010 Two Guys Talking I Hear Your Podcast contest is the weekly Firecast from Scott Roberts, a video podcast from a guy that loves barbecue and hot sauce. He clearly has a great following with the most downloads in a 5-week period. And I mean, who doesn't love barbecue? And it shows inside the downloads. Scott, you've got a great flavor inside of that video podcast, and I look forward to fostering it here on Two Guys Talking. And I cannot wait to shake your hand during a lunch somewhere approaching the 6-month slot that you have coming up here on the network. And again, my thanks to all of the podcasts, whether it be the Breakthrough Blogcast, the Wheelhouse Radio podcast, the Star Wars Mini Universe podcast, the Real Quick Reviews podcast, and of course the winner of this year's 2010 Two Guys Talking I Hear Your Podcast contest, Scott Roberts and the weekly Firecast. Congratulations all, and again, thank you to the fans for downloading all of these episodes inside of a 5-week period. I have no idea what that does for us and our sponsors that allow us to provide you with even more great, engaging podcasting from Two Guys Talking. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.